Get more of what you want by using these 8 key people skills. Now, these skills are phenomenal and also really easy to just take on board and start implementing right away because they cost absolutely nothing to do so. This channel is mainly focused on being able to maximize our money. So absolutely yes, you can use these people skills to be able to actually make more money, to be able to negotiate better, be able to sell more effectively, and just get more of what you want from a commercial financial perspective. But also there's a hidden bonus because using these people skills will also help you in relationships and socially as well. So much value in this one video. Really excited to go straight into it. If you're new to the channel, my name is Campbell. Of course, we share everything on how to make, manage, and multiply your money. This one falls into making money, so if you like making money, then do be sure to subscribe and give us a like. But let's get straight into it. And our very first skill in particular that we can use from a people skill perspective to really get more of what we want is sales. A few weeks ago I did the video explaining some of the best careers where you can actually make really nice commissions and earn more money from a professional standpoint. And sales was, of course, like one of our very first ones. Actually, all of the job roles or careers that you could make commissions from involved you having the ability to sell. So that is why it is first and foremost on the list. This is really helpful because, you know, maybe you're not in like a profession where you're actually like doing sales directly. But you know, if you have a like an item, like you've got a car and you want to get like a good price for it that you want to sell, knowing how to sell properly, understand somebody's needs, be able to effectively communicate what your offer is to them to meet those needs so that actually they see the value in what you have to give and are happy to actually transfer their hard-earned money for what you have in return for that is a really powerful skill set to have. If you guys are interested for me doing more videos on sales in the future, let me know. I've been doing sales now for nearly 5 years, so I've got a lot of skills behind me, a lot of experience, and a lot of things to share that can help you be a lot more successful in that. And our second one is negotiation. So with negotiation, our ability to negotiate is really important because let's say, for example, in a scenario where you have like a dream job, you really want to take it, but at the same time, maybe the salary isn't what you wanted to kind of get for that job, then maybe you want to actually negotiate on those terms. And if you are really afraid to negotiate, then that might be, you know, something where you can take the job but regret going in on a really low salary. If, for example, on the other hand, you've got good negotiation skills, then you're able to actually go for that job and negotiate a higher salary, one that you're actually happy with, then it just means that you're going to get more of what you want. And negotiations can be for absolutely anything. It doesn't have to be for a salary. It could be for, like, again, if we're selling a car or so, or we're wanting to discuss where we want to go and eat out tonight, or where we want to go on our next holiday with friends or family or your partner. So all of these negotiation skills really come into hand. Our third one is a really kind of underlooked one, and that's giving feedback. You know, how many times have you actually been given feedback, but it wasn't in a way that was very constructive? Actually, it was really destructive. And if you've ever been in that situation, how does it make you feel? Probably not the best. And probably you might feel feelings of resentment towards that other person, especially if they don't have the best intentions for that feedback. But sometimes maybe that person did have the best intentions and, you know, they just delivered the feedback in a really, really bad way and they didn't mean to. That can sometimes lead to a bit of a strain on a relationship. So, you know, your ability to be able to give feedback in a really good way is very important. A good way that you might be able to do that is just by starting off first with something that you really like. So, you know, John, I really like the way that you do this. I think that brings a lot of value to our team. One way that I think you could improve this would be by doing X, Y, and Z. And I feel like that would take your great work to an excellent level. And that's just a really nice way to kind of, you know, make somebody feel happy about the feedback that they're receiving, and it's going to make sure that your relationship at the end of that is also in good nick as well. You'll probably find in your workplace, for example, that the very best managers are ones that can give feedback really well, and the ones that don't give very good feedback are not often liked at all. So it's just kind of like a funny situation to talk about, but if you get really good at giving feedback where people are comfortable with that, then it's going to contribute a lot to you being able to like move through the ranks, especially in like a corporate setting, but actually in a relationship standpoint with family and friends, it's going to mean that, you know, you're going to have much better relationships there. And get more of what you want as well, because normally we're giving feedback to help somebody improve so that they can do something better either for themselves or for us. But especially if they're doing something for us, we want them to be able to actually be receptive to our feedback, take it on board and be happy about doing that as well. Fourth people skill is all about leadership, and I'll keep this one nice and brief. I mean, if you're able to lead by example and set an example, then people are going to want to follow you. If you're going to be able to do the right things, then people are going to admire you for that, and they're going to want to look up and also do those things as well. It's going to lead to you getting more of what you want, because by actually stepping up to the table and showing that you are a leader, showing that you can take control and actually do the right things or take charge of a situation, it's going to put you in a position where people respect you a lot more, and obviously with respect and expertise comes greater things as well. So I think that's quite explanatory, but in any given situation you do want to step up, try and be a leader, try to, you know, be the one that's not just looking around and saying, you know, who's going to take charge of the situation. If you know the right thing to do, then have some confidence and courage and go right into it. And that leads us on to our fifth one, which is all about confidence itself, because actually when you are wanting to get what you want in life, you know, you have to be confident about going after certain things. If you're asking for, let's say, something from somebody else and you're really shy about it and you're like, well, please can I have this? Like, or, you know, your body language is not very good and you don't come across in a good way, then people might not take you seriously. But if you're confident, you know what you want, then people actually are very attracted to that generally. And you know, you can probably relate to this, but if you've got someone that's really confident in a very good way, then you're much more likely to want to work with them because they have that more direction about them, and you know, you're probably confident in them because they're expressing the confidence in themselves. So really nice one there. And then we also do want to consider as well the ability to actually listen to other people. And this is absolutely by far probably one of the biggest people skills you can take on. You know, how many times have you been in a conversation where somebody just cuts you off a ton of times and they're really not interested in what you have to say? All they're interested in is actually talking about themselves. Of course, everybody loves talking about themselves. A great book that I recommend that you read just to actually understand people skills a bit better if you're interested in this subject as to how you can get more of what you want from people skills. There's a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I'll put a picture up here. But in terms of the ability to listen, when you actually listen to somebody, they feel heard and they actually will respect you a lot, because they will be able to then understand that you are somebody that probably cares about them if you're willing to listen to them. And most people don't actually get listened to, so it's really nice if you're able to listen to someone. Not only are you going to learn so much more by listening to somebody else, but you're also going to be able to understand them. And when you're able to understand somebody, you're able to, I guess, help them in certain things that they're looking for. You're able to find commonalities and then just build a relationship further from there. And the final one to get more of what you want in life is just a bit of charisma and humor. So, you know, it's really good to be able to actually not take yourself too seriously. There's a quote that I really, really love, but it's like, take your work seriously, but don't take yourself too seriously. And I think that's a really good way of describing how it should be. I mean, I think it's really important to obviously be committed to the work that you do and like your profession and certain important things in your life. But when it comes to like dealing with people and actually being well-humoured and getting on with people, it's really nice to be light-hearted, have a smile on your face, get on well with other people and not be a difficult person to work with. That is like a really good summary of how you can actually use these people skills to get more of what you want. As you can see, they're very easy to implement. And if you are interested in me deep diving into any of these further, let me know. Of course, let me know in the comments your favourite skills that you think are really important for getting more of what you want from a people perspective. Otherwise than that, that's me for the rest of this video. If you liked it, do give me a thumbs up, really helps out the channel. And of course, subscribe for more content like this because we've got a video every single week. And it's always super valuable. So from that perspective, that's me done, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care.